What's going on, y'all? Welcome to MuscleMuze Podcast. So today we are going to talk about motivation, getting motivated, right? So that's the challenge for a lot of people. It's so much negativity going on around us that it's hard to get motivated. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read the definition of motivation, and read is stimulate someone's interest or enthusiasm for doing something, right? I want to be that motivation. I want to be that enthusiasm to get you to work out, to get you to be mentally healthy, right? So mental health is important, right? So if you're motivated mentally, then you're going to be motivated physically. That's very important. Some of the things that you can do to help you get motivated is develop a routine. You got to do one thing at a time, though. It's not going to happen overnight. So very important, be patient with yourself, because a lot of people, they overwhelm themselves and they want things done now. Know your self-worth, right? Do one thing at a time. Make sure you surround yourself with the right people. Make sure you're listening to the right things, you know what I mean? Things that are going to inspire you and that's going to be positive and have a positive impact on you. You know what I mean? And like I said before, do your research. You're going to hear me say that and repeat that a lot of times is do your research, right? So understand what you're trying to do. Set goals, right? At the same time, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so critical on yourself, because a lot of times we are our own worst critic. We are hard on ourselves, but you got to realize you got to be patient with yourself. So if you make a mistake, you got to forgive yourself. You know what I mean? Because none of us are perfect. So as soon as you forgive yourself and you learn how to move forward and you learn from the mistake that you made, or you do your research so that way you don't make the same mistake twice, then you'll see the results. You know what I mean? So you also got to develop that want. You also got to develop that drive. You got to develop that drive. You got to want to do better. You got to want to be great. You got to want to work out. You got to want to get that routine. You got to want to be mentally healthy. You know what I mean? And I think that's a great challenge for all of us, is embracing that challenge. If anything in life was easy, then we all be bored, right? In some way, shape, or form, we all like challenges. We all do. It doesn't matter what it is. In some way, shape, or form, we all are competitive in some way. We got to figure out how we can accomplish that challenge. We can't back down from it, because if we back down from it, then we're not going to be successful, right? Again, it's not going to be easy, but that's the fun part about it is we're going to learn something new about it. It may terrify some of us, but still that's what makes it great. That's what makes us grateful. When we get through a challenge, when something may not be as bad as we thought it was, we're going to be terrified to start a new routine. We're going to be terrified to start working out because we think someone's going to be looking at us. Well, so what? Let them look at us. Someone is always watching us anyway. But still, use that to drive you, right? Don't don't jump to conclusions and think that someone is judging you. You go to the gym to work out. You go home, you work out at home, right? That's your goal. That's what your purpose is, right? You want to get better. You want to make sure you doing the things that you have to do. It's so many little fundamentals that people miss. So many little fundamentals that people miss when they're trying to work out, when they're trying to get better, when they're trying to get mentally healthy. You know what I mean? So you just have to understand what you want the outcome to be. You have to understand what you want the results to be. So once you understand what the results are going to be and what you want the results going to be, then you're able to set the foundation. Then you're able to do your research and find out what steps you got to do to get there. There's going to be some steps that don't make sense. So then once you do it, it's continuous improvement, right? It's continuous improvement. So once you realize what doesn't work, you cut that out. You keep what works, and if you can't improve what doesn't work, then you get rid of it. You don't need that, right? It's just a waste of time. You don't want to spend too much time on what doesn't work. Your main focus is, okay, this works. I usually get up at 6, but you know what? Get up an hour early and then get 30 to 45 minute workout in. And that 15 minutes after I get done working out, I'm going to eat. And then by the time I get done working out, it'll be 6 o'clock. I'm back on my normal schedule of getting up in the morning. But then once you do that, you're like awake, you're regenerized, you're ready to roll. You're starting a journey. Those people around you are going to see that. They're going to see that glow about you. Once you're motivated, you can actually help someone else, right? So if you actually help someone else, then that's going to make you feel good because you had a positive impact on their life. You know what I mean? So you're going to see what it does for you. You're going to see all those things, right? And then, when they're struggling, you can be like, you can tell them like, look, this is what I struggle with. This is what I did to get there. This is a suggestion. This may help, right? But everyone's different. Everyone has a different outlook. But still, you're giving them something to try and make an attempt to. You know what I mean? A lot of people fail because they don't put the effort in. They don't put the effort in. And then once they get that effort in and they start seeing results, then they got to be consistent, right? Then after that, after you be consistent, after you put the effort in, after you're dedicated and you have that discipline, it's going to become second nature, and then you're like, okay, this is what I do. I'm happy that I took them steps forward to get things done that I needed to get done. So just remember that people aren't always going to agree with what you say. People aren't always going to listen. Not everyone's going to be happy. People are just people. They're just jealous. They don't like some of the things you do, but so what? If they don't like what you do, if they don't like what you say, they're judging you. So what? Don't let them pull you down. Keep moving forward and doing the right thing, and just ignore them. Use that as motivation. You're competitive some way. You take that negativity, you turn it into positivity. You use that to develop a drive. You develop a drive to get the things done that you want to get done. You develop a drive to prove to yourself like, you know what? I'm not that person anymore. I'm mentally strong. I'm mentally healthy. I'm going to drive and I'm going to ignore that negativity. And then once I do that, I'm going to feel great. And then I'm going to show them that, look, what they're saying, what they're doing, whatever the negativity is, it's not going to make an impact on my life. So you got to remember that. You got to remember that. Drive, use it in motivation. Be competitive. Be ultra competitive, right? When you do that, you're leading by example. Like I said, someone's always watching, whether you think they're watching or not. So I'm really big on doing the right things, but doing the right things when no one is looking. I'm really big on that. So you're going to hear me say that a lot too. Do the right things when no one is looking. No matter what. Change your mindset. Change your mindset to want to do the right things. Change your mindset to do the right things no matter how you feel, regardless how you feel. Understand what the right things are and do those right things. Be a good person, because when you do that, you're helping your mental health. You're developing your mental strength. You're being mentally strong. You're having a clean conscience. And you're getting those things done that you need to get done. And you're leading by example, right? So if you have kids, if you have someone who looks up to you, they'll be like, you know what? They know what they're going to get from you because they know that you're honest. They know that you do the right thing. They know that you put that effort in. So someone is always watching. And when someone is watching and you do the right things and you're putting that effort in and you're driven and you're competitive and you're helping others, someone is going to follow that example. You're the one that being the leader, so you lead by example. I'm going to tell you a story of when I was in high school. I was in Business Professional of America for 2 years. So we went on a field trip and we had a guest speaker, someone who was a multi-millionaire. He came in and he spoke to us. So there was 3 things that I took away from what he said, and I think that it holds true to today, right? So you may not agree with me, and that's perfectly fine. Everyone has a different outlook. Everyone's life is different. You tailor fit things that, you take things that tailor fit to your life to try to help you and help better you, right? Everyone's circumstances are different. So the first thing he did say was try to meet someone new every day, right? And the second thing he said was try to start a conversation with someone new as well. Try to start a conversation with someone new every day, right? And then the third thing he said was break up the monotony, right? So the illustration that he gave was take a different route to work, right? Take a different stop at a different gas station. So it all tied in nicely. So trying to meet someone new every day here's the illustration. If you need a car or someone who needs a car, if you meet someone new every day, and you try to meet someone new every day, and you try to start a conversation with someone new every day, and next thing you know, you're starting to talk about, man, I need so-and-so needs a car, or I need a car, I need a different car. And then you're like, wait, I know someone, or hey, I'm selling my car, right? So then next thing you know, you met someone new, and then you find yourself a car. But then third thing I said was break up the monotony and take a different route to work, or stop at a different gas station if that's part of your routine. You're still sticking to your routine, but you're breaking up the monotony and you're just stopping at a different gas station. So if you meet someone new every day, if you have a conversation with someone every day, and you take a different route, break up the monotony, because you took that different route, you may have met that person that could help you with that car, right? If it all ties in together, if it makes sense. So, I thought that was important. That's something that I've been carrying with me for years. It's something that I try my best to do and have a conversation with someone new every day, as well. So you never know who you're gonna meet. You never know how that person can impact your life in a positive way. You never know how that person can impact you in a positive way, or you never know how you can impact someone in this life, uh, in a positive way. So the most important thing is you woke up in the morning, you have your breath, right? Even though your circumstances may not be the best, you still woke up in the morning. You still can change those circumstances. You still have opportunity. You still have potential to change those things. But first, you have to get mentally healthy. You have to get mentally healthy, right? Once you're mentally healthy, you can give a routine, and you got to stay mentally healthy once you get there. So to stay mentally healthy, it takes effort, it takes dedication, it takes consistency, right? It takes drive, it takes all those things. And then if you stay consistent and you push yourself to get through all those things, right, you'll be able to stay mentally healthy. Like I said, if we didn't have challenges, we all would be bored. I hope I made a positive impact on your life. Appreciate y'all listening in too as well. So go ahead, share the link. I hope I can make it. And also, please subscribe and like to the channel on YouTube. Follow me on TikTok. I got different things going on there as well. So again, appreciate y'all. Again, let's work.